side. They have a little bit of position to work with your VLT, and it's all about the fights that they try and commit to. Although Crazy Guy, quick to remove MW1 from the battlefield, and number 2, Ratsu tried his very best to hold the back lines, but that essentially is cover not there anymore for VLT to play the post plan. A huge problem, and it's only Hellfighter in position to try and recover.
Oh, and beautiful call really, because the flank removes the possibility of that post plant. Now VLT also desperately warm. Hellfighter coming through on the look. He's already picked off one, looking for the double. Trying to support Excali and help him out, but it's just a 1-for-1 trade so far. Scary taken down very low though, so it's all down to Crazy Guy to pull this off, but he's shut down. Deathmaker coming online, and now it's them. And in many ways, Yoru, the character, considers himself a god, so Bleed, they're gonna have to be god killers right now. They're gonna have to be titans to a certain extent, because they're not gonna be ready to face this off. Mal Juicy, while he gets launched, Amitarasu marking off that flank as well, as Bleed will likely walk into his crosshairs. But the Sheriffs reign true. Down Amitarasu, mostly looking to pick up the fight, but they will not be able to recover the weapons in time. Actually, no. Juicy gets his hands on the Bulldog and towards that operator, but it's a Hall's presence for Hellfighter again and again. That's truly troubling Bleed, and while Darion's able to find one, Hellfighter already moves away. Gonna survive for a second longer, and that second might be all they need. Gives away the drop noise, and Hellfighter's look has been ended. Oh no.
Nice attempt there from Excali, and Deathmaker's getting a frag and at least de-engaging on the back of it. But he's trying to take the fight, he's trying to force the fight. Crazy Guy's still able to win it.
One down.
W1. He's been making a highlight reel so
Velocity. They give away elbow. Bleed looking to fight.
Oh. And they've presence towards Halls not going to be noted just yet, as they're able to
KO Viper clearing off A side now, telling their teammates, hey, they're either towards B or towards mid, and finally they spot Velocity off. MW1 off to a good start to pick one off and keep their hopes alive in this 2v4, and Bleed spread apart so damn much. Darion on his lonesome. I don't think he's got a rendezvous either, so could be isolated in this fight. The back own wall to fight. Has into play on the retake. They're gonna have to step back as MW1 with his lives trying to make a counter. Doesn't make it work. Instead, it's that TP coming into play.
Camera to at least secure a little bit of safety.
30 seconds left.
Never mind. Talk about safety. They have cover. Another one.
Oh,
A small chance. And Deathmaker quick to capitalize. That operator just in touching vicinity. He had his ultimate as well if he needs.
his team up for success, and he's gonna do exactly that. Straight into this B side, trying to get his team information. Spotting out JH, but Bleed happy to fight.
Oh, and JH is able to hold his own. Closing in on them, and Juicy securing that crucial rotation towards A. They're essentially forced on this fight.
30
Yeah,
seconds.
Juicy. He's gonna intercept.
Do better.
Again, that fight towards mid, right? Bleed never been shy about it. At least MW1 is able to trade his teammate out. Mind you, with no other Bleed members present towards mid, it's still a gun that VLT could grab, but they're relying on Excali's positioning to pan out. Finds the ding. Legend. Although it's pretty darn decent, all things said and done. Able to get an avenue to plant, they have an avenue to defend door.
It's the water, so not actually revealing double doors, but revealing that there's no one on site.
Classics over there.
Excali with a purple to land his
Didn't he?
shot in that spam, but the time's running out. Juicy spotted out Excali, and
Forces Bleed to play that kind of game. Aggression. You mentioned that B-side's quite the vulnerability, especially when you have that MW1 Deathmaker frontline duo. And this B-side.
Spike planted.
ooh,
Oh.
Darion though is able to pull one back.
Back soon.
He certainly loves being in this position, but can he pull a miracle off? Gonna take it slow right now. Going through for the peek in the quick scope to shut down that maker.
Hold that chamber.
Shots are coming to the Sue. JH is go one, and Darion, he's now pro. Just stacked out, but again, that 0 point crucial. It suppresses all three of. Velocity, they got nowhere to go. They got to spread out.
Oh. And he's botched them both, but the Ross still has to pay the price. Scary. Miracle that he stayed alive. MW1 given a little bit of room to work with. Safety net off the rendezvous to go back an instant push from MW1
Oh my.
as he had no.
He's completely different and on a whole nother level and making them pay for velocity, trying to make the mid to way happen to make it count. They're just not able to make it work. One by one, they fall like flies and bleed, picking them apart.
Last player standing.
Yeah, they just play off each other's aggression so beautifully, man. So in the long run, it's still possible for VLT to try and maneuver this scary looking bleed. But it's all about how they deal with it in the present.
Had Bleed come alive. Now looking absolutely terrifying in their duels. Can Amaterasu finally shut Darion down? I don't know, it's quite unlikely, but ooh. The crouch and the sneak coming
Did
in.
give
Yeah,
away
the
position
rendezvous, I
to
think.
Darion.
They have the wall. If Amaterasu can get a pick off and the plant, gets the Viper Spit online as well, so
30 seconds
Rotation's
left.
not
already
possible,
here,
but they're
though.
playing contact off of the poison orb. They're waiting and they're waiting, but Scary able to layer his utility beautifully, and it's a 1-for-1 trade, and that works out beautifully so for Bleed. Because they know
Amaterasu is able to use that Viper's pet. At least gives them an even chance at a fight back. Darion, aggression still not discovered by Crazy Guy, however. That drone got destroyed the second it came out.
but this is all a fake. All to try and set up the bit hit on the B side, but Velocity they're not even able to make their way in. Talk about selling a fake right now. They're selling their lives and walking into their deaths. Is now MW1 and Hellfighter, they'll have to make a desperation play and they'll
Lawless.
find nothing. Punishing Velocity again and again. Velocity with the mid aggression.
Like this.
Depmaker, he's caught off, now marking the elbow push and with no information.
They know.
Hellfighter now left alone, getting crunched from both sides. Flashes coming in from every angle and he just has...
JH flashes, dude. Ugh. Stomach hurts. I feel bad for Hellfighter. From a mile away, he lands the perfect pop. That's
Ooh,
the perfect angle,
wait,
and what the hell? Hello? Excali?
Scanning ahead.
Alright. Pulls this one right back for VLT.
Found them.
2 versus 2. Position guaranteed for 1. Juicy tagged up by that fragment, but he still denies Excali. It's possible though for Amaterasu. Time is what's being bought by JH. Audio cut. Amaterasu has the chance at the clutch. Bleed looking to execute towards this A side now. Front lines penetrated by Bleed, but still not far over. Excali, in fact, from range is able to deny JH. And mind you, they still have the ability to set each other up. Amaterasu could be flashed and he could make the transition into wall. No, they just trade each other out, and it does temporarily favor Bleed because still options and opportunities are open, and that's something that VLT need to try and deny in a round like this.
Because I see Excali's only invested 1,000 credits or so.
Cage triggered.
MW1 on the butt end of a cracking shot.
Ooh, what a
Fighter
save.
able to recover his weapon, and that's crucial because Bleed at least don't get access to that window. But it's Excali, man.
Prime position to make the prime play. Could have landed the call out, but he now whiffs his chances at getting a dub. They want to head towards that A side, and Excali cannot afford to give away his life.
Healing area.
Spike
Brilliantly
down A.
holds on to it. Has the spike as well,
Remaining.
and hey, he missed the round in security.
They gotta keep it going, and they've gotta keep it going strong. Bleed trying to pick up the pace, though, going for the SB hit
Brilliant
once again,
shot.
but MW1 lands a beautiful shot. The Hunter Suri coming in to deny, but Excali not able to land a
Up
single.
towards the side. It's an uncomfortable defense without a doubt, CA. If you don't have control towards Hall, if you don't have control towards main, there's very little positioning that you can play out of. But Darion and Juicy still find success. They still find the fights, and they take it. Merciless.
Into an uncomfortable position, and despite the leads that Velocity had, despite the consecutive rounds they're able to win, they're not able to build their economy up, and they've now been relegated to a broken bye. Bleed looking to pounce, looking to make them pay. They've already found one, and they'll soon
He has a damn judge, yo.
yeah.
No way in hell he's gonna deny a plan and a... No, not like this.
Man, you feel so bad when you have that judge and nobody ever comes to you, and then they start planting like slightly far away from you because you're like, yeah, I'm doomed. What am I supposed to do?
Metaphorically and,
Player standing.
in the game.
Yeah, real life either. That's just that's a bad day. With the Cypher camera likely heard as well when they took mid control. The heavier stack towards this A site and Bleed with the mid control inch their way in. Catch MW1 out, but they're still gonna look to take it slow, not commit. And
Ultimate, there's barely anything that he can do to hold his ground. He needs to concede. He needs to live to fight another day. But as he survives, his teammates are not as fortunate as they fall prey to the bleed carnage that continues to ensue on the server.
Now they're looking for the halls to A and surprise Velocity once again by picking up the pace. Excali though, with the recon, might catch them all out, and that maker, he's found one. Velocity trying to push him back, but Darion, he's found the clutch once, he might just find it once again. Does get traded out, it's now all down to Juicy on his daggers, but that maker...
Against Hellfighter is something that's typically annoying. See if he's gonna live up to it. Agility, used to a small extent.
Forward position in B main could set up a huge flank.
Yeah, but there are still 2 players invested towards that B side though, so this A side still very much at risk to fall from the hands of VLT. Excali doing very well in his ability to fight back, but finally VLT are able to recoup on his loss. They find a good rotation towards mid, they find decent timing, and they find a very crucial ult from Hellfighter. That neural theft give them the ability to fight back in this round.
Fake teleport.
The Viper's pit's been shut down. Indeed, while it is a 2v3 with the advantage for VLT, they're trying to play contact on their way onto side. No Vipers, so it's just dry peaks and... Yeah, like with anyone else, it might be impossible, but Darion, he picks up the spike, trying to rendezvous. Velocity able to get the next few rounds. That's effectively overtime guaranteed because...
Can't really afford to take alone.
Sad most of all, despite his heroics, despite his initial pick, which is not able to pull off the win. Now the Hunter's Fury coming online to deny the plant for Bleed. They just wait it out. They will get it through. Oh, Hellff potential retake. Now 3v3. Bleed, they've got a ton of utility. The fragment and the velocity to play. Quite separated as well. They're playing on the flashes for an aggressive post. You've ever seen played on Haven, it's something they love. You must definitely know, but unlike usual, Juicy right now on his lonesome. The smoke dash in, and he'll still make it work. I told you this was Juicy.
The aggressive position, but Excali trying to dodge that drone. And mind you, a lot of members from Bleed are focusing in towards that defender position. So, which position is gonna net VLT success? Is it Excali? Is it MW1? Either having a lot to do, and now it's all left on one man. It's all left on the Wakley. Brilliant headshot. If there ever was a chance, if there ever was an agent to find a clutch, it could be this man, and he finds it! Quite the gift. Of course, Deathmaker on this Marshall now stands into a little bit of insecure ways. 30 HP, trying to fall back. 1 HP! Somebody help him, MW1 right around the corner. And he still trades weapon. Dude, this guy is... Guys,
Still Bleed, they're gonna keep it going, trying to look for the hit onto sight, and a 1-for-1 trade as Juicy is able to make his way in, creating a lot of space, but Darion now stuck with the flank coming in for Velocity. He's in a bit of trouble. As Scary, he's only able to find a single one on sight. Still has the spike though, and the option to rotate, but I don't think he's been given the comms that there's a 2-man flank. He's still expecting someone from CT, and he's gonna get surprised by Amaterasu in this position. Now has to deal with the turret as well, and we just...
Again, they go back towards that C-long strategy. MW1 really feeling the confidence, ain't he? Holding that angle despite the stun. And it's Amaterasu on plateau who helps him find the confirmation. This is just a bloodbath. And VLT, they don't have any hesitation taking these fights. They adjusted to the fact that they know that they had the huge weaponry advantage walking into this affair. Oof! Oof!
But Juicy chops them up. 1v3 now.
Finding the opening here, finding the advantage. Alarm bot broken. Darion now aware of the presence right ahead of him. No possibility for him to TP back, however. Bites the dust. VLT securing the back lines, but with Bleed able to force that plan down, they now stand a chance to just play timing. And VLT, time is going to be of the essence. Utility to deny. J-Hedge, that stun is going to stop this momentum in through long. And Juicy getting that frag changes the entire picture. Now the front line's looking vulnerable for VLT, and this retake looking hell hampered.
One enemy remaining.
And it's Juicy to shut them down. Finds that 3 on their side that they're not able to pick up consecutive rounds now. The drone pushing off Deathmaker, he'll have to slow down. And Excali though holding it down, lines them up and were lost.
Just run away with this early segment of the first half. Big pick.
Huge one.
That was the flank. That was the C player. Now
I think it's all
forces the
just
rotation
a fake
from Amaterasu. Exactly. It's to try and bait out rotations, put it down in the mind of VLT. And look at that, Excali slowly walking away from the side as well. The biggest chance for Bleed to fight back in a round like this, they need to capitalize.
It's all down to MW1. He's got to hold it down, but he gets spotted out Isolated, and just like that, it's all falling apart. Not
You
a
know
lot
his
of left
position.
time though. And that maker, he
10
could
seconds
capitalize. He needs to just buy time for his team, not allow the plant to go through. But Scary, able to dodge him out, take the plant to try and isolate Excali, and he does
Needs to punch
exactly
it
that.
in.
Now that maker in
Does have
impossible
little time.
position, and Scary is able to pay.
And it's far likely to be a hit from C. Yet again. Lead. As oh no, Excali! Ooh, I assume that he wanted that opportunity to fight back, and the window was slightly open for him to do so
As
as
the
well.
ulti.
Yeah, and Deathmaker needs to make a quick meal out of this backline, but Scary, oh goodness! Was scared about this man for a reason. And he proves us right exactly why.
Oh my lord, it's the Killjoy ultimate all the way towards the back to deny the aftershock. Surprise, surprise, it doesn't cover all of sides, so Blade be like, okay, we're just going to play default instead.
The finale stage.
I'd honestly just have loved to see the Chamber on Amaterasu. He's always been a stellar player when he gets the opportunity to fight. And
Or on Deathmaker.
that's what VLT is playing like, right? They don't really need the stopping power. Well, Deathmaker can continue on the jet, so they don't really need the stopping power if they all just play aggro. But once again, Scary doubles down with his might. They don't even need his smokes because they've already made their way into sight, and now they know that there's a
Big Vision could offer. Darion delivers.
and they don't get any contact towards A. They're like, okay, the flank's
Okay,
coming in
dude.
now.
Okay, dude. Ability for VLT to fight back diminishes all the more.
An orange right now, and unfortunately for VLT, the juice is just squirting in their face. It's all going wrong. Hellfighter, he gets caught out as well, and well, Amaterasu does find the trade now, find a pick off, and Excali as well. On this position on Scary needs to win this duel, but Scary is expecting him. He shuts them. Crosshair placement.
Yeah. I get where
Understanding
you're
your
coming
opponent's
from.
movements.
It's a tap and a clap. So far, Bleed
Spray
have
and
been
regroup
having
rate.
oh minutes at this point. It feels like
Oh. Hellfighter though, he pulls one back, but Lee just happy to aggress with Crazy Guy's flank coming in as well. They're looking for the crunch, and Hellfighter with just 11 HP and played like a fiddle. First had to go rotate over towards A on MW1's contact, but as soon as Juicy tells them, hey, there's no one on C-side, they try to come back, and hi, Hellfighter, he finds a crucial one, but he's not able to.
anticipate the drone. Deathmaker well set up. Finally, give this man a little support, and he shall deliver flying.
Shot. Yeah, they could not just dodge out the rolling thunder, but those nano swarms should severely
High time.
impact this hit and delay the nano swarms now. Delaying their
Brilliant.
velocity, they re-aggress, they take back a long, but the fall line has got them out in the flash
35
point,
HP.
ensuring that they're made to pay.
30 seconds
MW1 now left on his lonesome, the queen on his empress.
finds
To
it.
find the one. Reset and reposition as Excali is coming through on the backup, leaving Darion
It's a Darion.
now to pull off an
An
impossible.
even half. But considering the way the recent pass has been, felt like a possibility that might elude them. And oof, Juicy, precise as ever. Finds the opening, finds the B side, and could find a lot more of Amaterasu. Skimmed down at 23 HP, but he's just 1 point away from his lockdown. So if he finds a little bit of fortune, it's still a doable ask.
Still in sight.
Oh, but Bleed, they've re-aggressed. They refuse to play. Stuck on that B side. They know how easy it is to retake, but Amaterasu, he's got that point you talked about. The lockdown now coming into play. It's all down to MW1 though, because Bleed, they're looking to fight. They aggress, they shut Amaterasu down, and now with the force on the edge of C-Long, playing that cubby, waiting for that hit in just so the fall line can come in as well, and they can fight, but Darion, he gets knocked out in the fall line. Not able to pounce till the gravity roll comes in, and Scary, he pulls them to their death. Survives with 8 HP and now looking for his ace. It's all down to Amaterasu.
I mean, the post plant having that Breach, Sova, and Astra trio. They are nightmares, especially if you get utility like ultimates involved.
Too stupid. One enemy remaining.
And Scary, he's a menace in the game and back of it, but Bleed on that bonus, looking to aggress. It's Juicy who's got his hands on knock.
Ooh, quick trades. Mind you, it's crucial that Scary stays alive here, as it gives Bleed the cover that they need to retake the C side. The maneuver from VLT seems really good. the best way that they could have dealt with the situation. In fact, he just has 1 HP to work with.
Oh, the stun though. JH is buying so
Oh,
much time.
big
The
stuff,
aftershock to push
big
them off of
stuff.
Cubby. And JH is able to make them pay, spams him out. One in the smoke, and Excali he pulls one back. It's all done. Never have today, at least. They did against Boom yesterday,
out.
but Darion able to pick one and instantly rendezvous on back in velocity. They made to pay just an eco, but it's an eco that's delivering them closer and closer towards the end of this map and the end of this series even more so. That's Bleed. They're picking them apart. Crazy guy. He's got.
The love of God don't work. No.
I told you the pulling them in.
No. NW1. Like this lah. A massacre. A brawl. A derby where Bleed
Spike down A.
are making their adversaries suffer the wrath of not only
Facing off against match and series point, trying to force this ace slide down for
top
MW1.
pin.
Yeah, oh, that was that maker actually. Faces. Can set up on the lurk. VLT just got to slow this down.
Age-old problem. Again, not the new patch KJ. Ladies and gentlemen, but the flash, brilliant. Alongside the 100 Fury, NW1 still able to make transition though into the wall and into an advantage for VLT. They managed to fight back. Oh no, the chain gun. Run away. Hellfire, duck. That's just to make it back to safety.
Spike
That
planted.
operator is gonna make things complicated. However, with the shock darts,
Last player
it lands. And Juicy stands a chance of a clutch. He finds the first. NW1 not the punish.
Oh!